Welcome back to Atlanta and Company. I'm Christine Pilara. Well, Halloween is over and we have now officially entered the holiday season. Pretty soon your social calendars will start filling up with all kinds of fun holiday activities. But are you planning on hosting any holiday parties? Well, this week, shopping queen Fatima Metakarimi has ideas on entertaining on a budget, and we all are concerned about that. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're talking about if you're planning on actually hosting a party, we're going to do it and without breaking the bank.
That's right.
I love that. Okay, let's start off with food.
Food, yum, yum. I mean, you can't have a party without food. And the fastest and easiest way to save money and time for planning your party and making sure that it goes on budget is to plan ahead.
Right.
It sounds simple, but it can make all the difference. Deciding what your menu is and choosing items that are in season, knowing really what items are in season because they'll be the cheapest. And then that way, when you plan ahead, you can shop the sales, because most of your items that you need aren't necessarily perishable items. So you can buy your items a few weeks in advance when they're on sale, and then just wait and buy your perishable items last minute. And you can use grocery coupons. I even have grocery coupons on my website too.
Perfect. Okay, because I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. So when you say plan ahead, you mean give us a time frame. You mean several weeks ahead.
Several weeks ahead. I mean, typically the time that you decide to invite, because you're going to invite your people several weeks in advance.
Right.
So when you send out the invitations, go ahead and plan your menu and start shopping. So you can make sure that you're not racing around last minute and just buying whatever is there at whatever price is there.
Yeah, I love that you said to shop what's seasonal. That's genius. What a great way to save, because there's going to be a plethora of that stuff
That's
available.
right.
Okay, awesome. Now, what about keeping the party small? Let's keep the numbers down. That's a good recommendation, right?
Right. It's to balance your menu and the guest list. So you can't necessarily have a huge party with a huge guest list and elaborate dinner. So if you want to have a nice sit-down dinner, then it's probably going to be best to keep your guest list to a smaller, more intimate number. But if you want to invite all your friends over and you want to have a big brouhaha, then you want to limit the number of food that you have.
Absolutely.
So either choose to have appetizers or hors d'oeuvres, and also limit the number of cocktails you have, like maybe have just a signature drink instead of a full bar. So you just balance the number of people that you have with the number of food items that you have.
Well, I love your next point. If you're broke, don't play hostess.
Yes.
I mean, pretty blunt, but very accurate.
Yes, and I know a lot of people get stuck with tradition, and we like to keep up with tradition with the holidays. You've always been the one who's hosted your big family Thanksgiving or your book club holiday party that you have. But if this year you're pinched, just be honest with yourself and your guest, and just say, I would love to host this, but maybe this year someone else can step in, or we can look to other options, for example, like a potluck.
Right, and that's your next point, is a potluck, and I think that's a great idea. I know I've started doing that when I have girls' nights. Just send out an evite and say, let me know what you're going to bring, and let everybody else know, so we don't have a lot of duplication. But that's a great idea. Is that a hot trend right now?
That's definitely a hot trend. Not only is it a great way to save money, but it's also a great way to save hours in the kitchen cooking and slaving over the stove. And you mentioned Evite, and that's a great resource that I recommend, because they actually have a potluck option that you can choose and literally say what you would like to bring, so you don't end up with 10 bottles of wine and no dessert.
Right.
So you can specifically say, I want 1 casserole, 1 bottle of red wine, 1 bottle of white wine.
That's great.
Yes, so you can specifically say what you like, and your guests can easily see, and when they reply, just select which item they would like to bring.
That's perfect, because I know one year I had like 10 dips, and I was going, okay, we need some meat, some protein here, so that's a good suggestion.
You could have had a dip competition there.
I know, it was like the dip off. But okay, that's a great idea. All right, now how about decor? Because I know, for one, my decorations are a little bit, I feel like they need to be updated, but I don't really want to spend all the money right now. So how do we go about doing that without breaking the bank?
Well, it's easy to get overwhelmed, because whether you're shopping in grocery stores, department stores, hardware stores, you've got glitter and lights everywhere with all kinds of decorations. So don't go the easy route and just buy from the store, and to go actually with what you have around you in nature. Fall foliage is beautiful. Bring in some pine cones, decorate those, be creative with what you decide to use. And once again, going back back to the seasonal idea, use seasonal fruits, citrus fruits during season, and they come in a beautiful variety of colors. Pomegranates, that deep, rich red.
Yes.
So use those seasonal fruits very creatively.
I'm taking notes for my Thanksgiving table. This is good information.
And the other benefit is like once the guests leave, you can eat all of those too.
Exactly. That's perfect. Fatima, thank you so much for being here.
Very
Great
welcome.
tips as always. And as she said, if you would like more money-saving tips, ideas, and coupons, please visit her website. That's shoppingqueen.com. Lots of information there, so make sure you check it out. Well, coming up on Atlanta.